I'm here today to help you find your community if it doesn't exist yet, and why that's important for you. I'm Harriet Davey, a 3D artist, art director and educator. What comes after that? I did write it, but it was a week ago. I will just do something else with my hands. When I first started out in 3D, I learned everything through the internet for free, through YouTube tutorials, wikis, forums, asking people questions. And whilst it was an incredible place to learn, I quickly found myself in a hole. When searching for my peers, the only people I could find was a very specific demographic of white cis men. For an entire year, I stumbled through YouTube and Instagram algorithms, trying to find other people like me, and simply assumed that there was no one else. It was pretty lonely. And then one day, a friend sent me a message inviting me to join a group of other Flinter 3D artists. It was called DigiGal. I joined and quickly found myself surrounded by the very same people that I did not think existed. From a group of just 30, we are now over 300 globally. After joining, I cleansed my timelines and surrounded myself with my people. This group has been a space in which to support each other, to offer opportunities, to receive opportunities, and I wouldn't be where I am without it. As a creator of 3D characters and worlds, I'm also a consumer of them. I'm an avid gamer, and my favorite part has always been character creators. However, as gamers, we are only able to play with and explore the world and the characters that we are given. Even games that have complex character creators still have limitations. And whilst men make up less than half of the people playing games, they represent over 60% of those creating and developing games. And that number was much higher between 5 and 10 years ago. Video games are gateways into exploring another identity. Historically, they have been a safe and private space for trans and queer people to be able to explore aesthetics and self-expression and gender expression. However, we are limited by the expression that is given to us, and this has led to many 3D artists coming into the space in order to create the characters that they never saw represented growing up. In the same way as 3D artists, we can only build using the tools that are given to us. Many artists such as myself use DAZ or Reillusion's character creator in order to make characters. And whilst these softwares were built by men and for men, the content in them is highly sexualized and fetishized. The default characters in these softwares are white, skinny, and bald. And whilst these softwares are often free and highly accessible, if you want to create anything out of the default or the ordinary, then you must either spend a lot of time yourself making it or spend a lot of money in the software. I just mentioned bald characters, and after the NFT and digital art boom, we saw a huge influx of creators trying to push out work as fast as possible. And when making digital hair is software and hardware intensive, many characters have been left bald. And even when the characters do have hair, the software default is straight, sleek white hair. There's not only a lack of tutorials in how to make other hair textures, but there's also biases coded into the software and a limitation of what is even possible to create. At some point, a few years into my career, I realized I'd never seen a tutorial that wasn't done by a dude. And it hit home pretty hard. I sat down with myself and decided that I would open up a Twitch channel in order to stream workshops and my workflow. I also made sure that my followers knew that my DMs are open if they have any questions about anything, especially software-based. I also started to host IRL Blender workshops in my bedroom. Please never assume that you are not skilled enough. This is especially important if you're a newcomer or a noob in a space. I think noobs are magical. They lack the critical awareness of what is or isn't possible, and so end up creating work that is more fresh and unimaginable than the rest of us can. Find your fellow noobs, because together you are the future. There is a misconception that you must be a master at your craft in order to give tutorials. But I disagree. I wish more noobs would give tutorials because they offer such an exciting new perspective that we can learn from them. If you are struggling to find your community, then I encourage you to start it yourself. What can start from a small chat of people can grow into a global community and support network. Find one other person like you, and the rest will cascade across.